I'm Abbie Heppe. I'm the community manager for Respawn Entertainment. We're here at Gamescom with playable Titanfall.
Talk a little about what you guys are showing new when it comes to Titanfall.
We are showing a new map called Angel City and a new mode called Attrition, which is sort of a team deathmatch, but our take on it. And of course it's playable, which is really exciting for everyone.
When it comes to the map, walk us through what the environment, what it's like.
Sure, Angel City is a city environment. We thought that we would give players something that they're familiar with while we're throwing all these new mechanics at them. So it's got a lot of neon, a lot of little highlights of color. It's sort of a fun map, lots of signage. But we chose it also because it's got a lot of walls, and we really wanted to show off the wall running mechanics of the game. So it's a good choice for that.
Can you talk a little about the mode and kind of what it brings new to multiplayer?
Sure. So the mode that we're showing is Attrition. It's very similar to a team deathmatch mode, only you get different amount of points for things that you kill in the level. We have our AI, of course, which easy to kill, not as many points, and you get more for taking down pilots and Titans.
When it comes to Titanfall, can you talk a little about the way this game was designed specifically for the multiplayer experience?
Sure. So we designed Titanfall specifically for a multiplayer experience. We have included a little bit of the single-player elements that people like. We have a lot of cinematic moments in the game. We've got these intros and these outros where you have this dramatic escape from the level, or you have to take out the people who are escaping. And we've also have more traditional modes because we know that FPS multiplayer gamers want to play those as well. But really, we wanted to create a really fast, fluid game with 60 FPS. So where did we start? Wow. I think we started with these sort of military exoskeletons, and one day our artists were looking at it and put a smaller figure next to it, and it was sort of got this like, oh, what if there was a scale differential? And then it became, pilots and Titans. Our designers experimented for a really long time trying to get really fun gameplay and trying to do something that was really unique, and that's where the pilots really come out of, and the abilities that they have to run around and jump on buildings and run on walls.
When it comes to the first-person shooter genre, how do you feel this is pushing things forward?
I think you might have to ask some people who are playing at Gamescom. But really, I think the combination of the movement, the scale, the verticality of the levels, the way that pilots can quickly escape, the larger Titans, and then call one down and get inside. And then there's this sort of other layers to it. We see all these crazy things happen in game as we're watching people, players here get hands-on for the first time that we don't always see, that you can't even replicate. All these like crazy moments. When we were doing the trailer for Gamescom, there were lots of things that just sort of happened organically. You're like, that looks really good. We should keep it in. And then you try to replicate it, and you're like, I don't know. Like it's one of those crazy things that just happens when you put all these players into a game and give them all these tools.
What has the feedback been like from the perspective of people are so used to these games having a campaign, even if they spend most of the time playing multiplayer, but not having that single-player campaign mode? What's the feedback been?
Sure, we've definitely heard some players go, oh, I'm not buying that. It doesn't have a single-player campaign. And we really want to tell them, like, but we're building a lot of those elements into multiplayer, so hopefully they'll give it a chance and they'll try it out. We really wanted to do something that was new and different, and this is what worked for us. So, hopefully they'll give it a chance.
When it comes to this game, do you have any tips or strategies of having played it for a while?
I have so many tips and strategies. I like trying to think where to start. One of the really cool things that we saw the other day, there was a friendly pilot with a friendly Titan. The Titans, and also the Titans when they're on autopilot will do this. The pilot shot a bunch of rockets at the Titan. Titan caught it with the vortex block, turned a corner, and shot it at a bunch of enemies, killing them, which is like, oh my god, it's like the lights go off, like, oh, that's a strategy I could use. There's a lot of really neat stuff like that. That one I'm going to have to keep practicing.
Do you have a favorite, like when it comes to exoskeleton or pilots or anything like that, a favorite way to play?
Sometimes I get lost because I get so into the free running that I'm like going around the city and I'm like, oh, I have a mission to accomplish. I should probably be doing that. But I like to play with an assault rifle class. Oh, have we announced that weapon yet? No, not the assault rifle. There was another one I was thinking of. I generally play with an assault rifle. We have some really, really good ones in the game. There's one that we have here, the Hemlock, but you only get it if you pick it up off of a dead AI. In this build, secret, play it here. but I also love playing with the XO16 and the 40mm as a Titan. The rocket launcher that we're showing here is the one that you see spiraling in the Gamescom video. That one is really fun because you can use it to sort of hedge other Titans out of the way because you don't want to get in the way of it and it's really slow. So you can use it to sort of recover, catch your breath, escape. I end up switching my loadouts quite a lot because everything really has a different way to play into each other. It gets really fun to experiment.